Pistokache, man. Hey, so we're shooting something
for
for my vlog, and I have a gym in South Texas, and we work with a lot of athletes and whatnot. And an athlete of your caliber, they want to know from and to compete at a high level and to excel at a high level. If there's one tip of advice you'd want to give them, what would that be?
Be patient.
Be patient.
It ain't no tricks. It ain't no way to take a person
Number 139,
change what their destiny is. A lot of times you'll have people trying to be something that they're not destined to be. Right? Like, look, I suck at basketball.
Number 141,
There's no way I can be as good as LeBron James.
Right.
And in this fitness world, in this sport, you got a whole lot of people that's trying to be something that really they're not supposed to be.
Number 142, Amanda
It
Vela.
seems like all you gotta do is work out and whatever and get there, So what you gotta do first of all is try to get an understanding of who and what
158, Justine Gonzalez.
truly are. Get an understanding of who and what you truly are. And then get an understanding of who and what you truly want to be.
Right.
And then start moving in that direction.
Gotcha.
And it's either gonna happen or it's not.
All right, here we go.
If it's not happening, it probably ain't gonna damn happen.
159.
I mean, that's real.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna tell you why, because you'll have some people that just got the potential and all they doing is a little bit and things is just happening. And then you got some people that have no potential and they doing everything and nothing is happening. It's because they're square trying to fit into a circle or vice versa. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and a lot of times though, what we end up doing is we in the gym and we trying to be a particular thing because we seen it and it was attractive and we said, hey, that's something I could do. And we trying to be that. But that ain't what our destiny has in store for us. But it's something that we may have just created for ourselves because it looked good on Instagram. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta think about that kind of stuff. And so you end up sometimes putting so much energy and so much effort into something that ain't even for you.
Right.
So you gotta try to find that. You gotta try to find that. And when we look, you know how people say sacrifice, dedication, and you gotta be willing to do whatever it takes. When people say stuff like that, that's when I get scared because when you gotta be willing to sacrifice anything in order to accomplish something, like that, I'm not so sure if that's something that you should
231,
be doing.
Jennifer Castro has already posed. And 111, Stephanie Benavides has already posed.
It's kind of a spiritual thing, but I believe nature
All right, here we go for our
was
top five.
created to happen in
This
harmony.
is the open class.
In harmony, right? So, for example, if you take humans out of the equations, all the animals in the world can live in nature together in harmony. You're gonna have some that die, you're gonna have some that get ate, and you're gonna have some that be reborn to replace those that die. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So the circle of life, nature, is designed to be in harmony.
Right.
But when you say sacrifice it all and be willing to do whatever it takes, that's not harmonious. That's an imbalance. And I think life is supposed to be lived in a balance. So when you got to take shit out of balance just to try to accomplish something, I'm not so sure if that's how it should be done.
Right.
So I can't really give no advice that says live an imbalanced life in order to accomplish your goal just because it's something that you want to do. Because let's be honest, just because you want to do it don't mean it's something that you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
Just because you want to do it don't mean it's something that you're going to be able to do. How it goes with this world too, but because it's such a superficial thing, this sport is very superficial.
Right.
It's all about what it looked like, and it's not about what's on the inside. And we don't spend enough time training what's on the inside. We don't spend enough time training our mind, training our emotion, or training our character.
Right.
You see what I mean? And look, that ain't even the answer that you want. You want me to say, hey, this, and that.
Yeah.
But for every person it's different. And nobody can define your journey for you. Nobody can tell you this is what you need for your journey because everybody's journey is different. And your journey is designed to be lived with what you have on the inside or what you're gonna gain through that journey and what you have on the inside. You see what I'm saying? So when I tell you this is the shit that worked for me, it might be total opposite for you or for somebody else.
Might not work for them.
Come on, man. So there is no, so what we have to do is we have to discover for ourselves what we need. Right? But look, it still goes back to the first thing I said. Figure out who and what you are first, and then figure out who and what you want to be. and then move in that direction, right? And then as you move in that direction, that's when you start to see, is this going good or bad? Do I have what it takes or do I not? And you get what I'm saying? And as you're moving in that direction, nobody else outside of you can come and tell you this is what you need in order to.
Right.
I mean, they got to have a full understanding of who and what you are in order to be able to tell you what they think you need in order. And then they only telling you what they think you need and not what you may truly need. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, man, I'm telling you, this whole thing is so much bigger than for somebody to give a statement and say, yeah, here's one thing that everybody can. When ultimately, here's what we got to have. All right, I'll try to break it down for you. Guess what we got to have to accomplish anything? You got to have vision. You got to have vision. You got to have consistency.
Number 163.
You got to have work ethic. You got to have patience. Okay. Now, vision is the one thing that's most important. That's what I told you. You got to see who you are, see what you are, understand who and what you are, and where you want to go. That's vision. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that. Okay. And you got to have the vision to know which way you want to go in order to be what it is that you want to be. You got to have the work ethic in order to do the stuff that it takes to do to get there. You got to be consistent enough to be willing to exercise your work ethic every single day, even when the shit gets hard. And then you got to be patient enough to do it every fucking day, every year. Because look, what we want to do, we want to bust out and look great. You know, next year we want to have it. But guess what? What if your potential and your body and your genetics takes 5 years to blossom? Yeah, it took this guy 1 year. But what if it takes you 5? And because I'm at year 2 and it ain't happened yet, I'm ready to quit. Because you see what I mean? Right. And in understanding that whoever this person is that you see on Instagram and you want to be like that, you got to understand that nothing about you is designed like them.
Here we go.
Nothing about your life and your journey is going to be the way theirs was. You see what I'm saying? Right. So you got to discover yours for yourself and create your own journey. And guess what? You got to create your own tool bag for that journey. So everything I said just now, consistency, vision, all of these things is what I believe every person needs. But some other person, you for example,
number 146,
5 other things. Because this is what I discovered in my journey. So ultimately, can you really give anybody advice?
In second place,
work on. You know, the only thing we really can say is what I said in the beginning. What are you? What do you want to be? Do what you believe it takes to move in that direction. That's all we can really say. And you know, with anything in life, you got to have some work ethic. And with anything in life, you got to have some consistency. With anything in life, you got to be patient. You see what I'm saying? You got to have that. Well, you know, you want big legs, you got to squat. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got to have a great social media. All that shit is circumstantial bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what this person did or that's what that person has, but that don't necessarily mean it's true to every individual. You know what I'm saying? Right. So
all right, thank you, ladies.
Tell me one thing, man, that I need to do. It's impossible.
You back for the overall.
It's impossible for me to tell you anything that I think because you got to discover it for yourself. And really, if you think about it, that's the beauty of this. Because you can actually create your own path and your own way. But your destiny is still the same. Your destiny is, this is the things that was put inside you before you was even conscious. Your destiny is different from anybody else's destiny. You know what I'm saying? You know, so to be able to find what your destiny is, to be able to move in that direction, to be able to actually realize it, that's the beauty of it. It's real simple to say, you know, you got to eat 5 meals a day, and that's some simple shit. But everything that it really takes is here and here. And that's not so simple, and it's not easily defined either. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, so there's no way for me to give you a certain answer, but hopefully I'm able to, or the people that hear this or see this, are able to realize this shit ain't like I thought it was. It's not as clean cut as I thought it would be, you know? It takes more from my emotions and
number 148, Sarita Segovia.
My mentality and more from my character in order to be what it is that I can be versus what I see and what I, you know, think
number
I should.
149, Alicia Castillo.
What if this? Imagine this huge ass mistake right here. Imagine you trying to become something that is the total opposite of what you should be. All right, so let's say
Number 169,
when your consciousness was created, you were designed to be this, right? And let's say through your experiences or what you was exposed to, you trying to be something all the way over here that you have no potential to be, but that's what you're trying to be because it looked good to you, you know, right? And what you should be and what you have all the potential to be is this. And all the tools are right inside you. And if you could just tap into that and start working on that, boom, an explosion of progress happens and you're achieving everything that you have the potential to be in your destiny, you know? But here we are trying to be some other shit.
Something we're not.
Come on, man. I'm supposed to be a wolf, and I'm trying to be a damn owl.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I don't have feathers. I can't fly, but I'm trying to be an owl. I got long ass teeth, and I got a hairy body, and I need to be a damn wolf. That's what I'm designed to be, but I don't realize. You see what I'm saying? And especially with social media now, because it's so easy to look at so much other shit and get distracted by what everybody else is doing. And the flashing lights and the sparkle and the shine, we get caught up in that and want to be that. You know what I'm saying? But that might not be what you have the tools inside to be. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I know that's a frustrating ass answer, right?
I mean, yeah, for some, I understand. For some people, the thing is you just got to find your direction and then apply the vision, the hard work, and all that, the patience to go in and continue that direction.
That's right. And we spend so much time training our bodies, and we don't spend enough time developing our vision. We don't spend enough time developing our character. And that's what we have to have in order to accomplish anything. Think about it, right?
All right.
At least that's what I think.
Cedric, I appreciate it, bro.
Thank you, brother.
God bless you.
Number
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. Joaquin McCarthy.
Let's go, man. Ready? Yeah, that's good.